Did come across this stone wall here, and ooh, look at that. Gonna have to check that out. Okay, quick update. We're following further along. It is darker now, but we did come upon something cool. Look at this. Big circular concrete thing. Don't know this from down here. We're gonna get up there and take a look at it. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new adventure, and today we're doing something that I talked about in a previous video. We're gonna be hiking and exploring some old abandoned tracks along that mountainside. This area may look familiar to you. That's because this is in my search for hidden abandoned ruins or remains that I did release not too long ago. I will put the link to that video down below. And we are here at the Dunmore No. 7 Reservoir, a place that Cliff and myself discovered last year in the winter time. But this is our starting point. We're going to go to an iconic location up here, the abandoned train trestle. We're going to cross that and follow the tracks over. And we were told there's supposed to be some cool abandoned ruins, remains, remnants, even an overturned boxcar that derailed back in the 50s or 60s. Don't know what we're going to find today, but Mike from Out Naturing is joining me too. So if you're ready for an adventure, then come along with me. So off in the background is Mike there. He's doing his intro for his video. Make sure you check it out. You'll see a completely different perspective as to what you'll see in my video today. And also, before we started filming, a train rolled by here, the former, I should say the local Delaware Lackawanna. So I may share a little snippet of that somewhere in the video, but I want to show you these ice cubes though. Let's try that again. I want to show you these icicles that are forming and melting at the same time. It's kind of a mixture of warm and cold temperatures throughout the days here. So I'm gonna get across the tracks here and just show you briefly what it looks like. Pretty cool formations though. Yeah, look at that. Now, I typically don't do this, but since they're already falling, I'm gonna give it a helping hand here. That would have hurt if it hit my foot. But a lot of these have toppled already from the weight and from the semi-mild temperatures that we're receiving. Now, audio may sound a little bit different in this video. I'm actually going to extend you guys away here and show you. I'm reached all the way out. My audio should sound the same, but I'm not tethered to the camera this time. I'm actually using my wireless microphone kit. This is by Comica. If you're curious to check it out, I will put a link down below in the description. I did do a review on it when I did receive it, but it allows you to get up to a couple hundred feet away from your camera and still sound like you're talking right next to it. So a couple of points in this video, I'm sure we'll see some B-roll footage where I'm walking along the road here or the trail while you guys are stationary, but if I choose to, I can keep talking with you. But the other thing you're going to notice too, this video I'm going to keep pretty much raw and real. It's going to be pretty much just me and the camera, and of course you guys. And we're going to make this video be as natural as possible. I'm not going to add any music. I'm not going to add any special effects. It's going to be us talking, sharing our thoughts along the journey on the way to our destination. And regardless of what we find today, it's still another gorgeous day out here in Northeast Pennsylvania. And we're checking out a brand new area and hopefully finding some cool abandoned ruins or remains. Now, the last video I did mention though, searching for the abandoned hidden ruins, I did share already. We actually retraced our steps to come to this location, and we found actually more things. So I'm going to do a part 2 of that, probably late spring, early summer. I'll see if other people want to come along. We might do a little swimming in the river too, because the pipe that goes across that I showed, that's actually a pretty deep swimming hole there. And we found some more mysterious items that were built a long time ago. But Mike is finally joining us now. He needed some privacy to do his intro. He's like, put too much pressure on me. I can't have you near me. I know the feeling, trust me. I was in that stage at one point. But we're going to continue now. And again, this is going to be mostly me talking, walking, showing you some of the natural area along the way. And the highlight will be crossing the trestle once more. It'll be my third time now. And then we will follow the tracks in the other direction and hopefully find what is rumored to believe there. So this should be a little bit of a break from the norm where I do add music and other stuff. I know a lot of people out there do enjoy just the very natural sounds and looks of the environment here. So if you do appreciate this video and the effort to make it for you guys, all I ask is to show your support by giving the video a thumbs up. That's all I do. It lets me know that I'm doing something right and that you want to see more videos like this in the future. So we're following an ATV trail here, which should take us up to the top portion of the trestle, because it is an eye shot away from where we are. So we're hoping this is going to take us to the section we have to go up top and cross it. And it's definitely a challenging walk. Walking on these rocks is not easy. A little bit of an incline. And it's funny, Mike was saying with all these leaves here, it is January 2020.
February. Yeah.
Almost February. Oh yeah, it is February now. What is that?
Better not be like one of those bead things.
You got a good point about that. Yeah.
Fire pit.
Yeah, it's like, is that ashes?
So.
Made out of metal and concrete, whatever it is. You got a tire dump, like a little camp area back here almost. But we're going right up here to cross the infamous abandoned train trestle. There's like a little stone wall here. Now I don't remember the approximate length. I did cover that in a past video. I'll try to put it on the screen for you, but it is 10 stories tall over the highest part. So it's by no means a simple walk in the park. But let's pick up when we get up close to it. Just spotted some rails here. Looks like possibly a switch track. This is for the Erie branch. Erie Railroad, later turned to Erie Lackawanna. And it's the last used probably 1970s, but the rails were going that direction and go right across. Now straight ahead further takes you to the abandoned town of Greenville, which Cliff and myself did cover in 2 parts. If you want to see those, I will link those down below as well. I have to take this off pretty soon. I'm getting a sweat worked up. I don't want to get too hot and then get cold. We got probably hour and a half of daylight left, but we do have flashlight. That's the worst case scenario. Hoping we don't need to use them, but it is a real possibility though, depending on how far we have to go. But right ahead of us is something that I conquered my fears on in 2019. Something I'm proud of saying I did. You know, I did it myself. I talked myself into it, and I'm gonna do it again today. So I'm not gonna do a whole lot of talking, walking across it. I'm gonna basically show you some views, show you my perspective, give you a view on me, give you a view around. But I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna keep the camera rolling. I'm gonna spin you around, and let's do this. And you don't want to use the manway there. This still gives me the creeps when I walk across this. Even though I know it'll hold. I'm gonna actually Shorten it. Oh, there's somebody down there, ATVs. 100 feet down. I think it's 500 some feet across. Yeah, I'm still not entirely okay with this, but I'm doing okay. The key is not to look down. But I'm almost getting vertigo looking off to the side, which I don't want to do. I'm going to stop here for a moment just to show there's Interstate 380 up there, and looking downriver, there's the active rail line, which Delaware Lackawanna came across. But we're going to cross the tracks though and go over in that direction. So I'm going to keep moving. Sooner I get across, happier I'll be. Sounds like a chainsaw. Yeah, somebody's got a chainsaw down below us. Hopefully they're not cutting the trestle. No, it's metal. They can't. Oh. QT. QT, Mike. Over the highest part right now. I'm not going to stop and look down. I'm going to keep moving. There's some rotted ones here. Whew. Still nerve-wracking when you haven't done it in a while. Once I get across, I'll share my thoughts with you, because there are thoughts going through my head. I'd like to give you the natural sound here, but now we have a chainsaw as the natural sound. ATV riders are probably cutting logs away off the trail. Okay, we're almost there. I'll stop here for a moment. Give you guys a look through. Yeah, that's what I think so too. Guess they're cutting away the trail. I know, I said they're cutting the bridge. Somebody has been here though and cut the branches. These were covering the trestle last time, so it's good that we could easily get across. Got a little tree here. And there is where it's scary. All right, let me get on the other side here and then we'll continue. Okay, so before we continue on, just a couple quick thoughts. I feel relieved I'm across now. Having not crossed that in probably, how long has it been? Do you know the last time we came here? What month it was? Was it November?
Definitely November.
So we're almost 3 months from when I last crossed it. Not a terribly long time, but long enough to kind of make you forget about the feeling of crossing it. Even though 100% I know it's not going to collapse or break or anything like that, it still plays mental games. But I was able to do it. I didn't freak out, didn't panic. Just kind of stayed focused and did my best to get across in one piece without any type of, you know, freak out, I guess you could say. Like, oh man, I don't know if I could do this. So accomplished it one more time. I'm proud of myself. But we are going to continue on now down this way, and we're going to follow the tracks where it connects with the junction and go to the right. I guess Mike's getting a head start on me, so I better catch up. So let's keep moving. Are you coming? Come on. Gotta keep moving.
Walking on the straight line.
Let's see if I can walk the straight line.
Get the straight line shot.
Surprised I did that.
So much. Oh, they're gonna walk by you.
You're drunk. He's wasted on nature. I do have to say, I did tell you I'm not going to add any special effects or music, which I'm not. But it wouldn't be myself if I didn't add some of the, what I call B-roll footage, where you see me walking and maybe myself fade out. But aside from that, we're keeping this very natural. And it's kind of hard not to sit there and want to film other segments to throw in with some music, a little music montage. I'm not even going to be doing a photo montage either. If I do snap any photos, they will be captured and shared throughout the video. So we're going to do this, like I said, raw and real, and keep to our original roots. But here is the junction though. It's where the line meets up with this line. And we're going to backtrack now and follow that direction. Now up through here is called the rock cut section. We've walked that before. But this section, we have never gone in this direction. You can see it's all filled in with material that washed down. So let's see what we find. But we are coming across some snow. I will keep my eyes peeled though. I do see some, looks like moss covered railroad ties. I always call nature's carpet. And looks like some stone retention walls too. And looks like a little inclined plane there. I wonder if that's maybe gravity railroad. There was coal companies in the area too. So you just never know what we'll stumble upon in our journeys. I will say though, it's a really gorgeous area. I really love the green moss, as they call nature's carpet, and just the, you know, the rocks, the boulders, the trees. It's a really nice spot. But you could almost tell though, hopefully it picks up on camera, there is a slope. That's a pretty good size wall there. Could have been anything really. So you could come here multiple times and probably find something new each and every time. But we're gonna stick to our main objective though and continue along these tracks. And it's actually a pretty cool shot right there. See a large section of rail right there, discarded to the side. But we are losing daylight, so do need to keep moving. As much as I want to stop and look around this awesome area, it's going to end up getting dark and we won't be able to see our ending location, if there is one. I do know the area this is going to bring us back towards. I'm sorry for the sniffling nose, but don't know how far it's going to allow us to go. We don't want to backtrack and go the way we came because it took a good portion of the time to get here. So we're hoping we could kind of do an entire loop, even if that means coming back through some neighborhoods or something. But sooner than later, we will come across civilization. But for now, I'm going to stop yapping and show you these gorgeous moss-covered railroad ties. It's a nice ATV trail here. Just following that. A little muddy, but overall very manageable. It's a lot easier than walking the rails. Okay, got stuck. Did come across this stone wall here, and look at that. Gonna have to check that out.
What's this?
Oh man, that goes way down.
Hey. Said I wanted to find a cave today.
That goes all underneath the rail bed, as far as I could see.
Really?
That is pretty awesome. I'll give you a shot here in a second. I don't know if I could fit down there. I may have to come back and maybe get Cliff or somebody to crawl through, maybe Mike.
Oh wow, we zoom in here.
Goes quite a ways.
Yeah, it goes all the way back too. Yeah, this is neat, guys. Ooh.
The rails are right there above it. It's probably a drainage culvert, I'm guessing. But there is a stone wall behind it and some brick, it looks like.
Yeah, guys, this is where the little...
All right, let me keep moving on. Okay, so we just came from down there where that little culvert was, following the rails, and look at this, the huge washout area. All the ties and everything is gone. They're just suspended in midair. 570 boys. But how cool is that though? No ties, no nothing, just connected by their interlocking bolts. Boy, again, I could spend all day here, but we can't. But the main specific reason we're coming here today is because months ago, over the summer of 2019, I did get an email from a reliable source saying that along these rails, a boxcar, I believe, derailed back around the 50s or 60s, and that it was left back here. It was probably too expensive, too difficult to recover it. So it's either still here, never happened, or they did remove it since that time. But there's only one surefire way to find out. Now obviously we could cover a lot more ground on an ATV or something, that'd be ideal. But at the same time, maybe whizzing through here, probably missing a lot of the area. So going on foot is perfectly fine with us. And we are prepared for whatever comes our way. Nighttime, do have water, do have snacks, do have protection, and we do know where we are. So it's going to be interesting as the daylight lowers. I may have to switch to my main phone at some point, which does better in low light if it gets too terribly dark. But I'm going to kind of end things here for this segment that I'm filming. The video's not over. I'm going to pick up once we get to something of significance. Even though it's so gorgeous and beautiful here, I don't want to make a hour-long video of just the same thing over and over. So next time you see me, hopefully we'll have something of interest to show you. So just to give you some perspective and reference as to where we are, we're now on the other side and rear portion of the reservoir where we did start this video. So we're going to clear around it, cover the across the trestle, and now on the back side of it, which is where we want to be. We are wanting to continue along the rails which we're following. That's just a quick update. And there's some ATV trails down there. Thankfully it's not cold. It's probably upper 30s. It's no wind. The only thing we're dealing with right now is losing daylight. But doing what it takes to provide some enjoyable and interesting content for you guys. So as you guys are enjoying the comfort of your home, Mike is becoming a caveman. Oh. So, okay, we're gonna, tracks are right here, and it looks like the path crosses over it and continues along. So again, that box car is somewhere, it's gonna be somewhere along this trail. We haven't seen it yet, but it doesn't mean we won't. But actually looks like maybe an old set of tracks up here too. Changing of scenery up here, so we'll be back in a little bit. Now looking at this, you could tell the environment here, the landscape has changed. The rails though are right here, really close to the edge. But again, this is probably eroded away after time. This is the trail along it. But you can see how close. Imagine if a train was coming today. And you can see, here's the ties. There's the rail. And then it looks like it curves up here to the left and continues onwards. And I do apologize if the video is grainy at all. It is getting darker. Oh yeah, that's similar to that pipe we walked on. Not as big, but close. Somebody was here recently too. So maybe they were taking a break there. Yeah, they were snaking through.
Like one is perfectly straight.
Oh, look at all the beaver cut wood here. Yeah, see that? That's all beaver cut. It's rounded off to a point. There's a bunch of them. It's been going to town. Okay, just came upon something. Oh, these are vehicles. Look at the name on it.
It's QT.
I thought for a second this was a box car. These are, it's like two vehicles. Yeah. Oh, this one's got a AAA sticker on the back. AAA recovery. Now, if you guys can make out what these are, I'd be very impressed because I can't tell. I'll try to show you what I can. I think these burned.
That's steering wheel.
Yeah. Steering column's still there. Let me get around the front side and give you guys a look. It always perplexes me. There's the fuel tank, the spout, how these got here and why they're here, you know, the stories that these may tell. Ah, thorns. Oh, this almost looks like maybe a Lincoln. Possibly, maybe an old Chevy. I can't tell. I'm just speculating. See the horn right there. That's a smaller car. Almost looks like maybe a Nova, maybe? I don't know. That is cool though. It looks like 3 cars here. Possibly 4. That's the engine and transmission right there. Yeah, this looks like maybe an old Thunderbird, maybe a Lincoln Town Car. I'm just guessing, but I know some of you could probably tell me, so I will wait for your input. That's more modern. It's got the plastic horn, probably from the 80s. All right, I'm gonna snap a photo or two and then we'll keep moving on. So just digging around a little bit more, right where the cars are there, came further back. Nice little area here. We saw a bicycle down there and 2 propane tanks. So with the white bicycle, can we consider that abandoned? But it looks like Mike was saying, like maybe a little camping area, party spot. Just off the side from the rails. The rails are right there straight ahead. Looks like parts of the car they burned. Here's someone's walker too. It's missing the tennis balls. Just never know what you'll find. But it was not a box car or a rail car, but at least it was cars. So we're getting at least something of interest. But it is getting dark, so let's continue on. My thoughts, if a train car was to derail, it's either me laying really close along the side, or depending on how severe it was, it could have went down the embankment. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled just to see if maybe it did careen down the embankment. But this may end up being a strikeout if we don't find anything. But again, we're still seeing some stuff of interest. It's not a complete waste. So I gotta share this with you. We just came back from that direction where the cars were. Following the rails. I thought the rails ended. They don't. But look at, there is nothing here. This is either an old trestle or the earth washed away. I'm gonna show you the side view. It's one of the wildest things I've ever seen with rails. They're just suspended in midair. I hope it's picking up on camera. I'm going to take a couple still photos to show you, but that is unreal. All right. That was definitely worth sharing with you guys. Okay, for the sake of this video, I don't want to give you guys poor quality. I'm going to switch over to my phone, which means I'm not going to have the external mic hooked up because I don't have the proper hardware to hold it. So I'm going to be holding the phone in my handheld rig and pick up the video from there. It does do better in low light, but we are losing light, but we're still on the search. We're not giving up. But we are at least heading back in the right direction towards the vehicle. So don't be concerned. We don't have to walk back the entire way. We will find a way, one way or another, even if that means calling one of our friends or calling my wife or somebody to come get us, to take us back to the car. But regardless, though, I am glad I'm not alone, though. This is not an area I'm familiar with. Not to say that's dangerous, but you can easily trip and fall and get hurt. So I'm going to end the clip here and switch over to the phone, and we'll wrap up the video using the phone whenever it comes to that time. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, I know it probably looks and sounds different using the phone now. We are on the other side where that big gap was. Here's the rails. Big subsided area. But we are going to continue straight on, following the tracks. We are determined. We're going to see what we find. We are in the outskirts of the junkyard. We're going to try to stay away from that. And the rails do continue straight through here. So just a quick update. And we'll bring you back a little bit further along. I would be lying if I didn't say that this is getting to be a little... what's the right word? A little over the top with me being determined to find this, because at this point I don't think we're going to find it. I'm more or less concerned about getting back to the car without having to backtrack the entire way. We walked several miles today, but we are headed in the right direction, just on the other side of the river and the outskirts of the junkyard. We're not on their property right now, but very worst case scenario, if we had to, we could cut through to get down by the river, which will take us back to where we started the video, or I should say where we parked the car. But I don't want to do that if we don't have to. So, one way or another, we're going to finish this out. If we have something cool at the end, we do. If we don't, we don't. But, yeah, I wish I really had ATV. I'm going to show you here. You can see there's numerous trails here, or I don't even know where they go, but the rails do keep going though. And it's at least heading in the right direction, so we are going to continue along. Definitely going to be pitch black by the time we get back to the car, but we do have flashlights, do have cell service if we need it, do have protection from anything. But I would not advise doing this on your own unless you're very familiar with the area and know what you could possibly be getting into. Here's another washed out area of rail. I'm sorry if it's shaky too, I'm not using the gimbal or anything, but this is just so cool though. It's just amazing how it holds intact like that. And it's looking down to the junkyard. So again, I do know where we are, just further away, but if we follow this all the way around, get past the junkyard, it should bring us back to the neighborhood by where we park. So next time I pick up the camera and talk with you guys, we'll either see something really cool or wrap up the video. But I'm going to conserve some power here and just pay attention to my surroundings and make sure we don't do anything foolish. So I will talk to you guys in a moment. Okay, quick update. We're following further along. It is darker now, but we did come upon something cool. Look at this. Big circular concrete thing. Don't know this from down here. We're going to get up there and take a look at it. Oh, got a door on it. It's maybe like a big cistern or something. So it's circular, but inside it's rectangle. There's a former wooden floor that's rotted. We got a hole on top. This is similar. This might have held water on top. Greenville video we came upon, it was a base of a water tank to fill locomotives. Yeah, it could be one of those. Looks like firecrackers in there.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, there's firecracker wrappers on the bottom there.
Yeah. That's strange.
Yeah, so pretty cool that we found this. Very well intact. Got some bird nests in here.
Floor.
Give you a quick look around the outside. It's bigger on the outside than it is on the inside. Hey, here's something here too.
Looks like that water thing.
Yeah, a water valve in there. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
The bottles were in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was
Where the latch used to be.
big water main there. But yeah, this is, I think, a water tank station.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Okay guys, big update. We came back to kind of where we started our trek before we started filming. This is the train bridge up here, and we followed that to get to the reservoir where we did start the video, but we didn't walk all the way back. We made a shortcut, kind of covert style, did what we could to not draw any attention or not do anything to deliberately disturb anything. So we're now going to follow back the tracks back to my vehicle. We got about a 10-minute walk. I think once we get into the vehicle, we will wrap up the video from there. But rest assured, we are making headway, and as of right now, none of us are hurt. Nothing bad has happened, but it was worth sharing and worth documenting. Kind of a letdown, but I will share my thoughts later in the outro of the video. Alright guys, we're back in the car, safe and sound, and I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet and to the point, but I do have some thoughts I want to share. This was nothing short of an interesting, adventurous, and frustrating adventure today, because I came here with the set mind of finding the abandoned, overturned rail car, and that was our whole goal of coming out today, was to try to find that. But As you saw from the video, that didn't happen. Now, not to say it's not out there, but it got dark much sooner than we were anticipating, and we couldn't even see more than 10, 20 feet off our sides, and we couldn't walk the whole way with flashlights, otherwise we run out of power. But if it is out there, I'm hoping maybe somebody can maybe shed some light as to a more exact location. We did follow it all the way through the junkyard there and didn't see anything. Now, there's areas where it could have been hiding, you know, by brush or by anything, you know, or it could have just been removed. I don't know. Aside from that, though, it was not a complete strikeout. It wasn't for nothing. We did find those abandoned, burned out cars. We did cross the trestle, which is always an amazing time. Got to see that little culvert area that goes underneath the rail bed. Got to saw, of course, nature's carpet and a few other beautiful areas. And aside from that, though, like, we walked miles and miles. Thankfully, that we didn't have to backtrack, because we would have been another hour until we got back here. It's 6:05. I think we started around 2:30, 2:45, so you could tell the amount of time that we spent. But with that being said, though, I hope you guys did enjoy this adventure. If it was interesting to you, entertaining, you felt like you're here with us, comment down below, tell us what you thought about it. Obviously, give it a thumbs up, and I'll turn over to Mike now. He'll give you his thoughts, and then we'll conclude it from there.
Hey guys, I know we didn't get to see the railroad carts, but we did have an awesome explore. We got to go over the train trestle again, which was exciting, and we got to check out the creek, which is going to be a nice place to swim for us in the summer. And hopefully we go back there when it gets warmer out, give it one more check around, see if we missed anything. But just happy we at least got to see those concrete structures at the end. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, and that being said, I do want to thank Mike for joining me today, because it definitely helped with safety numbers. It got dark, and I was in unknown territory. Even though I knew my vicinity, didn't know what was going to happen as far as, you know, encountering people or anything that would be potentially dangerous. But we did make it back in one piece. A little sweaty, a little dirty, but definitely memories were made today. And like he said, we're going to come back when it's warmer, probably closer to the summer. I do want to use the action camera to get some underwater footage, do a little swimming, do more exploring, because we did find some more stuff that we can add to part 2 from our previous video of finding those hidden abandoned ruins. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the adventure. If you didn't make it all the way through, I do want to thank you. It's probably a long video, but there was a lot of things that we did cover. And if you're new to my channel, I ask you to please follow me on Facebook, where I do share photos, details, and videos that don't always make it to my YouTube page. You can also check out my merchandise shop, where you get hoodies like this one here, JPVideos, and my Patreon page, where if you donate $2 or more, you'll get exclusive access to upcoming videos. So thanks for watching, guys, and as I always say, I'll see you in the next video.